guys, welcome back. We're back with another video. It's been a while, but you know we always make sure we provide that content to you guys. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon to be the first to watch when we upload any new content. So what we are going to go through today is basically trade reviews, and I'm going to break down the reason why I took these trades. And as you all know, that I combine institutional order flow, supply and demand with Btmm, all right, simplified my own way. All right, so the first chart that we're going to look at, or the pair that we're going to look at rather, is Eurjpy, and the reason why I went short on this pair. Right, and the reason why I went short on this pair. So I'm just going to break down the structure from the weekly time frame, right, so we can understand why I made that decision. Right? So as we can see in the weekly time frame in Eurjpy, right, we've got price created this area right here, the supply zone right here, right, and as you can see, as price was pushing up to the upside, right, we had this move down, right, this move down right here took out all these structures. All these structures were taken out, all these structures were taken out, right. So as you can see, we had a break of structure and we had a new structure low right there. We had a lower low, right, and as we had this lower low, we then had price coming back to this decision point, right. Some of you guys might call it a point of interest, right. We had price getting back to this area. So as price gets to this area, this is the area where you should be now interested, right, in looking for shorts, right. This is the area where you should be interested in looking for shorts, right. So if we go to the weekly time frame, this whole area right here is our weekly points of interest, right. As we go to the daily time frame, what we can see is we had a nice structure right there, right. We have this over under right here, right. If we go to the line chart, we can use this as our key level, somewhere around this level. Now, as you can see how price was reacting, you can also refine it, but I love this area based on how price was reacting. As you can see, those closes right there, right, and the over under that we had, right. So as you can see, we had this area right here, which was our demand area previously, and that area was taken out, right. That area was taken out, and as we can see, we had price then coming back to this area, right. We had price moving back above the area, and this is where we can now try refine our decision points. As you can see what we had right here, we had nice imbalance right there. Look at how price shot down from this area. So we can then refine this, right, and use this as our decision point. So as you can see, that's exactly what happened right there, right. Price pushed into that area, right, price pushed it into that area. And for those who count levels, you can see that we had a nice peak formation down here, right. We had a nice peak formation, and if you count your level counts, if you can turn on our period separators right now, it will be easier for us to understand how this moved. As you can see, level 1 into a consolidation, another level, right, into a consolidation, and then the last push into that decision point, right, the last push into that decision point. So I'm just trying to make you understand the whole structure that we have right here. I'm trying to make you understand the whole structure, because when I analyzed Eurjpy, I analyzed it from the Btmm point of view, right, and price was already in that point of interest, as you can see. So I can take you back to that, right here. So this is where price was. If you can see, if you can just zoom in right here, we can see what we had right there, right. What, level 1, level 2, level 3, right. This is basically 3 weeks of rise, right, into that decision point. So you can see what we had. We had a decision point type 1 right there. This candle at this point where I took this, when I made this analysis, right, had not closed. But what I wanted to see is, I wanted to see price get back to this area. This is basically a decision point type 1 entry point, right. So I wanted to see price get there, and then I can make my way down with this pair. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened, right. As I said, this is our decision point type 1 entry point, and price, remember, this candle hadn't closed, price moved back, and that was a nice entry point that we had right there, right. So of course, now it all comes down to timing. Also, timing is very important, right? Timing is very important. We actually did take this trade. I sent it as a free signal. As you can see, I'm actually still in this trade right here, right? I'm still holding this trade. I'm still holding that trade. But for further confidence, right, for those people who understand Btmm, even if you went to your daily time frame, you can see the shark fin that we had right there, right back in that bend. But my time frame that I like, really focusing on is the 4-hour time frame. So as price had pushed up into the points of interest, look at what we had on our TDI, right? Price, the RSI was at extreme, and we also had some good divergence right there, right? Amazing stuff. And all that happened where in our extreme level, at our extreme levels, right? So it's all about understanding your structure at the end of the day, right? It's all about understanding your structure and identifying these imbalances. I mean, we added trades right here. I mean, these were very clean trades to actually identify. Remember, it's not about trading 500 times, right? But about actually identifying. It's about identifying those high probability trades, right? And we also, we're also looking at Cadjpy, right? Cadjpy. And if we look at it from the weekly time frame, if you can start from the weekly, I mean, there's nothing much to the left on this one. Might be this broker, right? But as we just focus on structure, I mean, I looked at this from the Btmm level, same thing, right? I had level 1 into a consolidation, another week of rise, and then the last week of rise with a nice peak formation. And I love this peak formation because we had the same thing. We had price at extreme. You see, this is the same thing that we identified on Eurjpy. So it's all about knowing your rules, guys, and sticking to them. Divergence at extreme, right? Same thing we had with divergence at extreme. This one was amazing. As you can see, we also had the market baseline right there, right? And we also took a trade on this one. This was also sent out as a free signal, and we are also still holding this trade. As you can see, we're still holding this one, right? But this was sent as a free signal. If you haven't joined our free Telegram channel, do find the link in the description below for more updates, free signals, and more of our services, right? But same thing, it all comes down to structure, right? Price creates this area for us. We've got this area. Our previous structure in this case would be this one, and as you can see, that structure was taken down by these moves, right? And then price then made its way back where to that area, right? Of course, you can turn to your line chart and identify that key level. And as you can see, look at how price was acting there, the closes, right? Very interesting area, and you had very good opportunities to take it to the downside. Taking it to the Btmm, it helps for you to time your trade. Right? I like taking trades out of the box, right? I like taking trades out of the box. So as you can see, you had many opportunities. Here's a nice trade right here, and we also had a nice trade on Friday, right? Which is a safety trade, one of our signature trades, a safety trade right there, clean, right? Not much of pips, but we are definitely in good profits right here. So yes, guys, I just wanted to explain why I took those trades. Maybe if you have been following my videos, right, you'll understand that I keep my trading very simple, right? I follow the same rules over and over again, and if I do not find the trades that I'm looking for, and then there's no reason for me to trade, right? So also on Cadjpy, I had an analysis on that. Same thing, as you can see, after that peak formation was given, my bias was to see the market move to the downside. And as you can see, if we move down to the 4-hour, that is exactly what happened at that point, right? This is where price played around, and as you can see, we did execute that on Cadjpy. Alright guys, I hope you guys have learned something from this video. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Even if you're not new here, hit that subscribe button for free signals, free setups, educational content, and more for our services. Do join our Telegram channel. Find the link in the description below.